Hi guys, today we're going to be back working on the XJ. We got a lot of things to fix. So let me show you what I did the other day and then I'll get to the list. First off, I got the carpet all out because if you watched the last video, you'll know that we did something in the Jeep that we had to take the carpet out. If you haven't seen that video yet, I would definitely suggest you go watch it. It is awesome. So, took the carpet out and I raptor lined this side the other day. And currently I'm going to be working on this tonight. Other than that, we have a bunch of stuff. Giant list. So on our list we have clean the Jeep, already did that. Winch problem. So on the last wheeling video, out of nowhere the winch started just tightening. So that's a big problem. Got to figure that out. The battery at the same time started overheating and almost blew up, so that was great. Got to fix that problem. The passenger window won't go up all the way, so that's kind of not a huge problem, but needs to be addressed for sure. The wheels are rubbing on the drag link when you turn all the way to the left and to the right, so we're going to need some wheel spacers to fix that for now. Obviously, I would love to get B-locks at this point, but with this Jeep where it's at, it's just not feasible at this point. And last and definitely least of my problems is the CB. I would love to get that working again. It quit like the first trail into the ride, which is really annoying. I'm pretty sure it's just a mic problem, but we're going to have to see about that. So let's get to work and see how much we can do. So as you can see, we got it all cleaned up. There is a couple holes over there, but we're gonna have to take the rockers out of this on both sides here soon. So I'm gonna have to fix that anyways then. So I'm not gonna worry too much about that. And then over here, if you do this, make sure you cut right through here because water will sit in there. And you don't wanna be bedlining over moisture because it'll hold it in there and it'll rot right through the floor. So let's go ahead and get it bedlined. I make the world spin. Well, there you have it. It is complete. Well, the front now anyways. The back still needs to be pulled out, but that's for another. Okay, so a little background on my research and the reason why I am raptor lining the floor of my Jeep. It got wet, so I needed to pull the carpet out. And so I took it out, I pressure washed it, and I let it dry out. I took the insulation off of the bottom, so it's not as insulated when I put it back in, but I am going to put the raptor liner down so it keeps the floor from rusting, and it creates a little bit of a sound barrier and a heat barrier as well. So a tiny bit of insulation, a little bit of heat barrier, protect the floors, and then I'm going to put the carpet back on top. So here's where a lot of debate is. A lot of people don't want to put the carpet back in because they say it's stupid, it's not, it's going to get moldy, blah, blah, blah. Well, I made sure this was cleaned very well and it dried correctly. And I cut it so it is easily, it's able to be taken out very easily. So for instance, right here, it's not going to go under the trim anymore. It's just going to butt right up here. So it's not going to look perfect, but it'll sit just right up against here, kind of like this mat that I have here. So when I want to take it out, I don't have to take the trim, I just pull it up just like this. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing with the floor. Now there's plenty of types of bed liners or rubberized floor material you can put down. Raptor liner is just my favorite because in my opinion, is the most durable. Herculiner is pretty good. I mean, it's cheaper, but it just doesn't sit as smooth and as thick as I would like it to, like the Raptor liner does. So that's why I went with Raptor liner. Next off, we have the driver's seat. We're gonna put the driver's seat back in, and so I can drive it, and we'll let the passenger side cure for probably a day or two before I put that seat back in and the front section of the carpet. But let's get the driver's seat back in so we can at least drive it. And yeah, I did paint up the little brackets that hold it to the floor because they were getting pretty rusty, but now they look a little bit better. This Jeep is definitely not a beauty queen, but at least it'll look a little bit better, you know? Now, just in case you didn't know, there is 2 bolts in the front. One right here, one right here, and in the back there's one down here. And there's a nut with a stud right down here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get those tightened and get them torqued. Okay, on to the next most important thing. We have the winch controller. So if you look down here, this top power wire, let's see if I can do this. Right here, and right here, they were touching. So the top one is the power input from the battery, and the bottom one is the power output to the winch. Well, they were touching, so every time it was plugged into the battery, it was putting power to the winch. I just need to put more insulation on the wire. Problem solved. Reason number 1 why I can't ever get a project completely finished is because I come up with new projects mid-project. Like this. I was thinking, what if I just put this captain seat in the back? Because then I could put a car seat on it and take my little girl's wheeling too. Because I was going to take the bench seat out anyways, and well, we'll have to see. That's not important right now. Well, that's going to be it for today. Probably tomorrow I'll put the carpet back in there on the passenger side and put the passenger seat back in and tidy up all my tools in the back after I put the carpet in, and put this winch box controller back together, and that's probably going to be it.
1 week later.
Hi guys, welcome back. So this looks a bit different than last time. I know. So what we got here, we got all the carpet back in, got all the seats, all the floor mats, we got the CB working again. It was just a mic problem like I thought it was. So I have my spare. I have my clevises and toe straps and stuff down here. Then on the opposite side I have all my electrical tools, and under here is the jack and some blocks. In the back we have some extra fluids in here and a bunch of tools. I left this spot open because when we're here wheeling at home or around home, usually running through the woods, so I like to take a chainsaw with me, so that's my spot to strap in a chainsaw right here. I got the winch controller box all put back together and tucked back down in here, all nice and tight. And in a minute here I'm gonna pull it back in so it's nice and clean up again. So as I mentioned before, I ordered wheel spacers for the front of this Jeep. Turns out it was pack 2 instead of pack 4, so I can't put those on until I get the other 2, which is really annoying, but it is what it is. So I'll show you why we need them. So if you look right here, the rim is actually putting a groove in it. So if I push the wheel out farther, it won't rub on here. Well, that's going to be it for today. I appreciate you guys watching. If you want to see any of my other videos, check this one or this one out.